Hey, what's up guys? So pretty much in this video I just want to address this one. So this is the book by Karthik Kumar. It's Don't Start Up. So how do I know Karthik Kumar? So Karthik Kumar, I got to see this movie called Yaaradi ni Mohini. So Dhanush and Nayanthara is the main actors on it. And Karthik Kumar really did his part well. That was the first time I got to see him. And then later, right around the second lockdown time, he put up his book again on the Instagram stories, and then I bought the book. However, I finished it this year, 2023. Started it on 15th and ended it on 19th of January 2023. So it was an interesting uh, book to read because I was able to understand the kind of hardship that he went through, because back in the day internet was not a place for like research. So you had to go to the libraries, you had to go through people, you had to go through the whole business yourself to really get to know, are you good at it or are you bad at it. But the hardest part, I would say, with this book or any book is I love the fact how, of course, Karthik Kumar put in all the past experiences into a, you know, documentation right here. So the book really explains how he went from multiple failures to like the ultimate goal. So first time I had a different kind of approach for reading the book. Normally when I read a book, I write down the word and immediately find the meaning. In this case, what I did was I wrote down them at the end, and then I just continued reading. And at the end, when I found out the meaning, I really could analyze the meaning of the word. That's how I do it. I mean, with any book, I just write it down. But the approach was different, so I was able to like finish the book faster, but also get the meaning at the end. For me, I got up a resolution when I went through this book. But before I explain my resolution, uh, one line from the book would be like, use wisdom to solve the issue rather than wealth. Because this is critical, guys. I mean, to use wisdom instead of wealth, because sometimes when you're having the least amount of money, and you have to like dig in to your wisdom to fix that problem off, because if you don't fix that problem, it's going to eat you up. So that, I mean, it just brings so much of thought. Also, one more thing which I felt important was EBITDA, really important. That is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Because when you have a business model, if you do not know what it is actually doing, sometimes the money which goes into certain areas, it cannot be analyzed well, because it may be a small amount of money, but at the end of the day, it will decide whether the business is doing well or not. Sometimes it can be a large amount of money which is not being considered. Just because the business is doing well, that doesn't mean the company is doing well, because money is involved. So the money factor, for that you do need this. Also you need ROI, return on investment, for most businesses. That's there. However, these are the things which was interesting for me. But for me, as a resolution after reading this book, what I felt was, whether you're going through failure or success, I felt my drive is like, money should always be on the table, because it just sort of like solves most of the issues. I've seen that, money on the table. So if you need to keep money on the table, have multiple streams of income. Do not just do one job. In case if you're not able to do one job or multiple jobs, sorry, if you're not able to do multiple jobs, make sure you are investing your single work money to like multiple streams, and then sort of like invest. It's really important that way, because sometimes some people are just gifted to do only one work, one job, like especially like doctors, engineers. So they need to make sure they invest their money in the right stream in order to like get back more value out of it. Also, from this book, what I really felt was, it's really important to consider everybody's view in life, because it's got a value. It may not be valuable at that point of time, but at a different instance or a different point of time, the whole view, it just gives more support when you're going through it. That's what I can say, because when you're having a good time, even the slightest factor of I would say an affecting factor won't affect you so much. But if it is large, your good time can become a bad time sometimes. So it's really important to make sure you value all the views. So there you have it, guys. I mean, this is my thought on this book. So this is a signed copy which I just got. So it's signed right here. It was interesting to have a signed copy from an author. I mean, that's what I thought. However, it depends on how you see it after reading this book, your business. All I can say is give your best, guys. It's really important, because when you give your best, you always get the best. I've seen that. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Give a big thumbs up if you did like the video, and do subscribe.